Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. This is Little Sister Chalks. I'm Luana, your Chalkateur independent designer. I just want to say, right now I'm live on Facebook, but this video will also go over to YouTube, so hopefully you'll catch me there. For my YouTube viewers, after I finish a project, the next day I usually stage it and take pictures, so come on back to Facebook and check out kind of how the things look after they're done and staged and being used. So today we're still talking about gifts, and I love plants. So I looked around my house and my deck and I found some plant pots. I took a picture yesterday of some, but I decided on using this one. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to use one of these butterflies, and these are from the Chalkateur Tiffany Thiessen collaboration. Her designs, she was very involved, I hear, and her designs are very fun, very retro-y. They've got definitely a retro vibe to them, with a little modern twist, so kind of fun. I really am enjoying using those and playing around with them. And then we're gonna mix a color, because that's also something she did as she was creating in the Chalkateur Studios. And there's a bunch of color mixes on, if you go to the Chalkateur page and look under the Tiffany Thiessen section, under shop, lots of colors there that you can kind of get an idea of how they mix things. But I'm going to do one. We'll do one as an example. So I'm going to tilt you down and we'll get started. I don't think this will take very long, so I'm going to move this out of my way and I'm going to scoot that over a little bit. So we'll start with the color mixing. So I'm going to make olive. And we're going to use 7 parts, because I'm not going to really measure and be precise, but like a 70% ratio meadow to 30% bark. And we'll make olive out of that. Pesto's probably close, but it's just fun. We'll play around with these. And then, if you mix too much, you can always save the extra in a contact lens case like this. It lasts for a little bit, but not forever. So I did look in here, and I had some blue mixture in there that's nice and dry now. And then this side is more, I don't know, it looks more like a vanilla, which now we do have vanilla, so, or maybe it's Dune mixed with something. And that one's still wet. I don't want to stick my finger in there. And it's been a while. So a contact lens case or craft stores will have little paint pots. I think I have one over here. Yeah. So you can also do little paint pots. So this was Cadet ink. I must have opened a packet. So if you mix too much, you can always save it and use it for a different project. So we're going to start our mixology. And like I said, I'm not going to be precise, so we'll just kind of eyeball 70%, 30%. I'm just going to mix the meadow a little bit. If you pop on, say hello. Let me know what you're up to. If you've got storms in your area, I know there's been lots of storms, lots of places, and lots of damage, people losing lives and injuries and stuff, which is always really sad. So I'm sorry to hear about all of that, but let me know what your weather's like. Let me know what you're up to. All right, 70-30, so that looks not like 30. And we're gonna go with this. We got some metal over there. I was using this brush for something else and it's dry, but that's okay, it works. And I'm going to do just a little bit less of that and bring it over, and we're going to see how it looks. No, I think I need it all. Okay, remember we're looking for olive. And I actually think that doesn't look too bad. That looks olivey to me. Probably got a lot of light in there, but okay, we're going to go with this. So I'm just going to close up these, and hopefully I mixed enough. That's the other thing. You don't want too much, but you want enough. I'm not going to close that one up. I'll just set the lid on it. Okay. Then I'm going to just fuzz this stencil a little bit. Oops. And I have, of course, I have chalk paste on my hand, because that's what I do best. Stick my hands in things. Okay, so we're going to fuzz, and fuzzing means you're going to take some of the adhesive away from the back of the stencil. So it's nice because it holds it in place, but if it's too sticky, especially on a piece that's ceramic or glass, it sticks really, really, really well. And then when you're pulling it away, it could stretch the silkscreen part of your stencil, and you don't want that. So I'm going to fuzz a little bit more than I normally do just because we're going to work on here, and I think I like this guy. As I was fuzzing, I was trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with him. So, alright, that should be hopefully enough. And then, just to keep my pot from rolling, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to move down so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so just to keep my pot from rolling around, I've put it on the fuzzing mat. But when you fuzz, you can use a towel, you can use your shirt, you can use whatever you want. And this is, I'm going to stand up because this is hard to see. Let's see where I'm putting it. And I see a hair. Picked it up probably from the, should be right. It's gone. Either from me or from the, and I just want to make sure I'm kind of straight. And sometimes a curve will be a little difficult. So I'm going to make sure I have no bubbles and I'm as straight as possible on the silk screen. And if you have bubbles on the teal part, it's okay. And there's the hair. I want to make sure, especially that the, although we can fix it on this, that the edges aren't bubbled, because then you'll get bleeds. But this would be easy to fix it on. So we're gonna, I'm just gonna stay standing. We're just going to make sure we're pressed down. It's pretty flat. Where the silk screen is, right there, might be a problem. All right, and then I need my paste and a squeegee, and we'll see what happens. Okay, and I'm just gonna start like center and go out, and that's a bubble. I see it. We'll see how it looks when we're done. Right here, there's a bubble. I don't know if I'm making it worse or better. Trying to flatten it out. Probably worse. I do find the less you mess with things, the better, even if there's like a little mistake or a little problem. And why don't I put this on the side that I can reach? That would make sense. And then I'm just going to work my way around and make sure all the silk screen's covered. We'll pull away and we'll see if we have any things to fix. Make sure I get his little antenna. And what I'm also doing is just scraping excess, because you don't want a whole bunch of excess paste, because you could save it and use it for later, but it could also kind of cause issues when you're pulling up if it's still too much on there. All right, he seems to be covered. I've got all the excess off. Let's see what happens. And usually we like to pull. Yeah, I see some bleeding. We'll fix that. That's okay. Super cute though. So my bubble, not terribly bad. I'm going to let that dry and I may just touch it up a little bit. But these little bleeds, because we're working on a ceramic piece, super easy to fix. So let me move that out of the way. And I'm going to, oh boy, that was a big old shadow that I was causing over that, sorry. But I wanted to see what I was doing. Okay, my favorite thing to have in my craft room, and it's very hot compared to my other one, and it's a little stinky. But it's quiet, and I do like that. Okay, I think it's okay. Alright, so then I'm going to grab my toothpick, and we're just going to come and scrape away that that little bit. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do the same. Bump. So all I'll do, first let me clean up, then I'll come back and I'll do that. So where are we? I think we have a little bleed here. But I will seal this since it'll be used for a plant. And you can use a spray sealer. You can use, we have Dixie Belle Gator hide available. That would probably work pretty well. All right, I'm going to use the edge of this toothpick, and I just dipped it into the paste really little bit. You probably can't even see it. And I'm just going to touch up right here as best I can. That little spot just won't take. All right, and then the bubble part, I'm just going to leave it. Actually, I see just a tiny bit here, but it's really not that bad. Okay, there we go. Quick and easy with a custom color. We did it all. Woohoo! Oh, it looks like I may have lost internet. Hopefully you guys didn't miss. I just saw that pop up. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. And thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And like I said, come on back tomorrow to the Facebook page, and I'll probably do one of the other pots. Maybe I'll do both. I don't know. We'll see. And I'll stage them and take some photos, and you can see. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you right back here. Actually, tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, I am part of an event that's going on right now, so you can actually watch all the crafters that are going today as well. All day today, all day tomorrow. Once every hour, a new crafter will come on live, and they'll be streamed into 3 Facebook groups: the Crafting Network, the Crafters Hive, and CCC Crafty Creators Community. But you can also see them live on their pages. So I'll be live on my page. They'll stream me into the group, 10 o'clock Central, and it's Bunnies and Blooms, I think. Bunnies and Blooms, I think, is the name of it. So everyone will be doing crafts, either bunny related or flower related or combinations. And I always love the events because they're lots of fun, and I learn so much and get inspired by all the other crafters. So actually, I hope you join me again tomorrow. And I hope this video didn't mess up too much and that you actually caught what I was doing. But have a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.